Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included. We're on the Moonlet cluster. And as such, we're going to have a little bit more difficult time than in Rime, where pretty much everything I need is on one asteroid. This same cannot be said here. So what I'm doing is I'm going to activate some teleportation equipment so I can send stuff back and forth between the other asteroid that I have a few dupes on. In fact, most of the dupes are over there. These dupes are going to be, apart from digging out a path to the teleporter, I want to finish the insulation project that I had them on earlier. Mostly have that complete, so we're just preventing all this coldness from freezing the base, essentially. Also, I see we excavated this cool slush geyser. Really nice to have on the base. So this is cool liquid that's coming out, which will be nice. But it is making polluted oxygen, so we are currently researching a deodorizer. We'll be putting that in the base soon enough. Over on this asteroid, still working on the insulation from the coldness that's around this base. It also has coldness on all around it. So we're putting that around. We've got a stable full of, well, I shouldn't say full, but we've got 6 hatches anyways in one of our stables. We've got water at the bottom of this space. We're going for the carnivore and locavore achievement, so I want to get access to a lot of muckroot, as well as access to more hatches that are in these buried objects. So just looking for the teleportation equipment on this world. We have the input if we want to send material back, and the output if we want to see any material from the other world arrive over here. About to assign some skills. Just gave Hammer improved tinkering. I want to get them towards their electrical engineering skill. Jacko, you're going to do a lot of critter ranching, so we'll have you there. Boots, we want actually several critter ranchers, so we'll have you work towards that. Sprocket, you're working towards Minitronics, but we want to have you as electrical engineer. Actually, that's a big deal. We can make a power plant now. And Shovel, another big deal. We have someone that can dig through abyssalite for the first time. Dupes are starting to dig out over on the right side of the space. Found a few hatches. In fact, we have the first hatch on our second stable. My hatch stables is crammed, at least the top one is. That's because critters don't like having excess amount of eggs in the stable. So we're going to get that out. Fortunately, this has to be manually done, but I am going to automate this very soon, because this will, what did I do wrong there? Can you not put something? Cancel sweeping. Storage unavailable. Maybe that's because I didn't put it on the ground. If I cancel there. Okay, this is a very weird state. Cancel sweeping. Sweep. Cancel sweeping. Oh, why am I doing sweeping? Okay, that explains it. There. Click the wrong button. I see. So high priority task to get those eggs out of there, because while those eggs are there, never mind those tile, but while the eggs are there, that's making the area crammed, and they're not producing any more eggs. I guess the sight of eggs makes them less fertile, possibly, but anyway, that's life of a hatch. There we are. They're groomed and happy. That is a very annoying, tedious process, so I'm definitely going to aim to automate that as soon as possible. In fact, we're going to do the research for that right now, which is using this guy here, automatic dispenser. Over on this base, we now have some deodorizers taking care of the polluted oxygen that would otherwise be making its way into our base. We have we've dug out a path and even activated the teleportation output. We're just about doing the same thing with the input over on this side, and making very good progress on that final bit of insulation. I'm at a loss for the moment. I'm clicking on this hatch and just about to click on the button for wrangle, and it's not there. And let's try... That hatch is unwranglable. Why? We have, I've been wrangling for a bit. What is so special about you? And I wonder if I should just go restart my game. I'll do that right now. I've just reloaded my game to the exact point where I was. It was almost as if it wasn't showing. Maybe someone wrangled it. And it was just in that intermediate state. That must be what it was. Okay, I was trying to wrangle something that was already wrangled, and the animation or graphic hadn't caught up with it. Alright, either way, I think... oh wait, it's not wrangled. let's just try this again. Cold insulation project is complete. So we either have insulation or vacuum between the base and this cold region below us. Now we're working on, for the first time, insulation of a warm area. So we're going to have a bypass area so dupes can still get down here. But we want to prevent the heat of this area of getting towards the base and warming things up. Also running the micro musher, turning dirt and water into food. Ugh. But we're going for the locavore achievement along with the carnivore. So it is what it is. But that's why we're over here trying to put together our hatch stables as quick as possible. So as many buried objects as we can find. Let's grab dupes. Okay, very happy to have this in here. It is automatic dispenser. It's going to allow me to take critter eggs, select hatch eggs at high priority and have them dumped here. And I'm not going to let anyone except for Deco in here. And Deco is not allowed in this zone. So as soon as hatch eggs arrive, they're picking it up just like Hammer did right there. And taking it up here out of the way so I don't have to. These doors don't have to be shut either. Dupes were jealous that the other dupes on the other asteroid were eating dirt, so they decided they wanted a micro musher as well. So there it is. Also, I want to get an incubator here and some automation. It'd be nice to have automated lights as well, but well, I guess that's just not happening until we can get some metal from this asteroid over to here. So in order to do that, we need to get some power. Also, got a hydrogen line going in because I want to produce more power on the other world that I'm at, especially if I'm going to have the incubator there, which is a big power consumer. We now have a power plant. As told the dupes, they can use aluminum to make microchips, so we'll get a tune-up on the manual generator, providing a little bit more power. Now that is thanks to the fact that we have Sprocket, which is electrical engineer. I'm going to want to make sure that maybe I'll designate Hammer, which actually is perfect. They're about to upgrade their skills. I'll give them electrical engineering very soon. Just gave Owl and Shovel the super duper hard digging, so now we can go through obsidian on both asteroids. I think I discovered an issue with the game, a very, very minor one. But it looks like there should be a light source, don't you think? There's a light outputting this, yet if you look over here, it doesn't actually create any light. Anyway, random bit of trivia maybe, I guess. If we have any hope of getting some metal onto this world, apart from, of course, building a rock crusher on this world, then we are going to want to get access to the teleporters equipment. We've got one here, one over there. Just have to decide whether it makes sense to do that, or maybe actually just bite the bullet and we build this thing now. I think that probably makes a little bit more sense than waiting for the teleportation equipment to become available. Nearly have insulation of the swarm area complete. Everything is covered up in here. Thankfully, this guy has been sealed off with liquid. And we're just having this sort of path go up just to decrease the amount of heat that's going to come out through there and still allow us to go in and access this lead, isn't it, that's going to be appearing. In fact, that's the only bit of calories we have, so we probably should create a little bit more mush bars. We have our first stone hatch egg, so just amending this to also remove stone hatch eggs from the base. And I believe there it is. Falling out and getting out of our stable so that we can get more and more eggs. We're at another food crunch on both bases. So getting the micro musher to run both places. But we did have the first hatches born out of eggs, so that's an exciting accomplishment. I'm just about to send Brains over on a mission to the other world. They've already activated the teleportation equipment on this world. So they're going to go over to the other asteroid and activate the teleportation equipment over here. We have now a path to the teleporter input and the output. And as soon as they're done that, I'm going to send them right back so they can use the supercomputer to do more research. Icon indicates that we don't have someone with field research. Well, that's simply not true because Brains has all the skills. And this is the final teleportation equipment that needs to be activated by Brains. See that something's ready to be printed. Water, not super exciting. But we'll have this activated and send Brains back home soon enough. First time using the teleportation equipment in the other direction. Might as well inspect it. And we'll send Brains back. Thank you for activating our teleportation equipment. With that, I'll now go over here and I'll see if... Whoa. Oh, we appeared there, yes. Oh, make sure that you're able to get back. We built a ladder there. Excellent. That's an important thing. I'm going to want to send a certain amount of material over to that world. I'm going to start with my refined metal, aluminum. I don't want to send it all of it. Let's try 2 tons. In fact, how much aluminum do I have? Aluminum we have... Oh, we do... Okay, well, you know what? I guess we're just going to send it all. That's fine. I was going to measure it out, but I'm just going to get them to send it all over, and we'll produce more afterwards. Probably the easiest thing. Allow manual use, otherwise that's never going to happen. Up the priority, so we can make that. That's got some power. As soon as the dupes put some aluminum there, we will have aluminum over in this world. Decided to do that instead of making the rock crusher here. Actually, let's make a few more pieces of aluminum to send over. So the left wing of our base now has insulation all around it. See a couple places where I actually need to put in last little pieces to fully complete it. Let's do that there and there. And don't need to dig that out. We're just looking for... Oh, actually, yeah. Just looking for you guys, hatches. Maybe there's some down here. But yeah, we've completed that installation. We're going to start that process over on this side. Putting in another stable here. And what we're going to do, just using this type of, or just insulated tiles, we're just going to go across like this. We're ready to switch over to having a heavy watt and a small watt circuits over on this base. We're going to connect this here. So I'm having my incubator on the heavy watt wire line because it draws a lot of power. Is anything connected? Actually, no, we don't have to sever any connection with the other wire because there is no connection. But we do have the manual generator up here and a battery on the smaller wire that we got to get rid of. So we'll do that now. And then we'll have our heavy watt and small watt wire system. And we can start using this. We even have the automation around this. So we'll start that very soon. Let's see how this goes. This is my incubator setup. Alright. Oh, let's not allow anyone but Deco in. Oh, this is a little unfortunate, but oh no, you get out, you got out. Just Deco, very important, just Deco. Oh, why can I not send you? Hammer. Oh, I got the wrong person. Hammer, you go out, please. Hammer, get out. Okay, I guess. Oh, I don't have that set right. Okay. No one's allowed in this room, please. Except for Deco. Yeah, a little bit of adjustments needed on this one. A little bit more complex than some of the other stuff. But where do we have Deco? Deco is going to be applying the lullaby effect to this egg. That's going to allow it to hatch faster. I've got this machinery up here. Actually, let's now enable that building. That's going to pull them in this direction. But what's happening is I've got auto sensor here indicating that the moment they actually get there, the machine is disabled because I just want to move them out of the way so they always pick up new eggs. Now, those eggs are right there, so we just have to wait for them to fall. And what I can do is get Deco to process one egg at a time. As soon as that egg's out of the way, they're going to go for that machine they can't use, grab up a new egg that doesn't have the lullaby effect, and we'll go through this process again and again until all the eggs have the lullaby effect applied to them, allowing them to hatch faster so I can put hatches in my stables all quicker. Now, once these little guys that are roaming around here become adults, I want to get them into the stable. And that's pretty much automated, at least from my perspective, by this. So I'm indicating that I want hatches auto-wrangled, even if there's just one. So I'll keep going and getting this applied to all my eggs. It is never easy on the Moonlet cluster. So we're short water on this world. I've just about hit the end of it on this little section of water, so I'm just going to fill in these tiles to push water up so it goes into the pipe. But when that is gone, starting the process of building a pump down here, connecting in power, pipes going out, put in a door here just so I maintain the nature reserve, checking on that, that's looking good. And eventually when this one runs out, wouldn't it be nice if we could take the vast amount of water that I have on this world and send it over? Well, that's definitely possible. A little bit of preparation so that when that happens, I'll have the piping already in place. We won't be under pressure to build it. Pretty much just pipe going in from this output. But the first little bit is insulated just to avoid water taking on possible little bit of heat that might be in the area. Similarly, it's not going to work unless I have it outgoing here. So same deal. We're little insulation on the pipe when it goes to the warm area, just regular pipe. And we don't actually have a pump on this world yet, or technically we do at the moment, but we just built that for this particular use case. Alright, there we go. Now what I want to do is check to see if any of these eggs need to be have the lullaby effect reapplied. It looks like... oh, whoops, I missed a few. There was some at the end. Want to get on this just so that I get as many hatches in my stable as possible. There's another one. Another one. So I'm sweeping these ones. There's really no place for Deco to take them at the moment, but I'm going to fix that. So sweeping every single egg that doesn't have the lullaby effect. Probably because it ran out. It only lasts a day, unfortunately. Wish it lasted for at least 2 cycles. Double the amount of time. If there was some way to double the sort of effectiveness of this, that'd be so nice. But it would probably be some technology that would not be accessible to me. Anyways, sweep only, all critter eggs, high priority. So Deco's going to go in there. They're going to grab just the eggs that don't have the lullaby effect. Let's trap Deco in there while they're here. They're going to, essentially, they're just moving them over one tile. once they're all there, I'm going to go through the process of applying the lullaby effect on each egg, one at a time. There it is. This egg is a little distracted by some construction, that's fine. So going through this egg and onto the other and the other. We have another stable. This is our third stable. We're going to have 4 in the end. That's 96 tiles. So we can start the process of getting hatches in here once these guys become adults. It's a challenge keeping up with the food demands. This thing's pretty much running all the time, along with the electric grill. The rest of the dupes are spending the time putting this pipe in. That would be really nice because that's going to feed this guy here, our hydrogen generator, so we don't need to have dupe on the manual generator as much. We now have hydrogen pumping in from the other asteroid. That's a really good thing because as I use this, I'm consuming a lot of power. So that's now a power source. Currently disabled by automation, but oh yeah, let's change this to 99. So this starts burning right away instead of having the dupe on the manual generator. And we don't seem to have... I wonder if I up the priority to increase the chance of that thing getting a tune-up. Up the priority of this as well. There it is. Hammers on the case. About to give the first dupe on this asteroid the grilling skill. So that means that I'll be able to create barbecue meat over here, as well as mush fry. Let's create a little bit of mush bars. Instead of eating those dupes, you can eat fried mush fry. Taking out a spot here, we don't want this guy to be backed up because all this polluted water can be very valuable to us in the future, so I'm going to make an effort now to dig that out. You can see this guy is done doing... well, hold on. One more tile of water possibly. But yeah, we'll get rid of the pump shortly after that. We're in this world, just digging this spot out, just in case, because I'm going to just realize... oh, actually there's even more buried objects I missed underwater. In case there's a hatch, I just wanted the hatch to be able to get up here so that they don't drown, and I can wrangle them into this stable that's over here. Alright, good plan on making sure that this guy has a little ledge. So I can now wrangle this critter. Oh, another buried object. Should comb through this, see if I missed any. Maybe I'll do that very soon. The more hatches we can get in earlier, is just easier and easier it is to get the carnivore achievement. Just curious if anyone's going to dig out anything here or here. Just cut through the first piece of bleach stone, and I put a storage bin here in water. A little bit of a precarious place if this ever drains out, but for the time being, that will prevent chlorine from going all through my base. It is cycle 40, and I think that is it for today, but we made a lot of progress. So this base, let's just do a check here. We have a power plant, we still have our laboratory, great hall, nature reserve, latrine, and barracks. Lots of research has been completed. We even have a cook on base. Food's been an issue, but I'm going for the locavore and carnivore achievement, so that's kind of expected. Dug out a spot for this guy to drain out its polluted water. Very valuable stuff in the future, I'm sure. Digging out a spot for the next episode to get out in space and start some exploration there. I'll just set this before I forget. Oh, hydrogen gas. Perfect. Just move that down one. We've got our pipe ready to receive water from the other worlds. And speaking of which, let's go over here. Lots of hatches. So they're starting to be brought in this stable, making a fourth. And this is going to be the final hatch stable down here, and we'll fill that up no doubt in the next episode. We've got hydrogen line going in. Let's just check the living area that I haven't corrupted any of the rooms. We're good. Great Hall, Nature Reserve, latrine, and barracks. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed playing this game, and hopefully I will see you in this next episode of either this or in the Brine episode, continuing on expanding these spaces. Till then.